Gwyn, Wales are in a difficult position going into the second test after that defeat in Brisbane.
Yes, first test of any series is obviously the most important because it sets the tone for the games to come. And Wales were off the pace for the first 20-25 minutes and suffered because of it. They did come back, and they'll take that great heart from that. What they obviously the loss now means that they have to win the second test, which puts more pressure on this game. But there were signs there, especially in the second half, that they can compete. When they slowed Australia down and when they started to play their own brand of rugby, they put Australia under pressure. So there were positives to take from it. It wasn't the usual away from home defeat that Northern Hemisphere sides have had down in the Tri-Nations countries. Plenty to take from it, but this is a must-win game for Wales now.
They've made some changes. Do those changes, in your opinion, strengthen their chances?
Well, it certainly brings a lot of experience and power to the pack. And I think that Matthew Rees, Gwyn Jones and Gwyn Jones made a significant impact when they came on. Of course, Gwyn Jones and Gwyn Jones have been playing so well for the Ospreys. One of the problems we had was we didn't compete physically well in the first 25 minutes, and we allowed the pace of the game to get away from us because we couldn't slow Australia down the tackle area. So we brought some experience and some power, 180 caps of experience to the contact area. Players who played against Australia and beaten Australia in the past. So it does strengthen the side, although the boys who played didn't let them down by any means. But they will be looking to get stuck into Australia from the off rather than to be a bit more passive as they were.
But if we put this match into context, historically, it's very difficult to come back and win a series having lost the first match.
Yeah, it hardly ever happens, is it? Because the roots have been set, the die is cast, and all the adjectives you want to use, the words. What you will say, though, is Wales have responded well when they've gone one test down in a two-test series in 2008 in South Africa, having been Grand Slam champions, pretty comprehensively beaten in Bloemfontein, but then played well in Loftus and could have won that game. And the same happened in New Zealand 2 years ago when they were stuffed in the first test, but played very well in the second test. So they have that ability in them. And this group of players, they're not tainted by the scars of past failures like teams where I played. So they're not weighed down by that history, and they genuinely believe they can beat Australia. And I think that if they get everything right, and this is a neutral ground in Melbourne, the home support won't be as fervent as it is normally. They've got every chance of doing well, but they need to play well. If they can play well, they can put Australia under pressure.